The recording is live for Scrapcast Episode 1.
Alright. Great.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Welcome everybody to this very calm and dulcet episode of the Scrapcast.
Do you feel calm and relaxed?
Are you relaxed?
I hope so. Are you
I
comfortable?
feel very full of meat and potato.
And cheese.
Yeah, we just
And
finished.
donuts.
Even donuts.
Now,
And chocolate.
if you're wondering why we're in this formless blue void, it's because we're playing Minecraft Creative. I'm just gonna fuck around while we talk about today's topic.
We are talking about, so the last week was the big E3 over in California, and it was an all-week thing, and we're just going to go over the press conferences and give our thoughts on some of the games we saw, heard, opinions. We'll be doing all that.
It's not going to be very in-depth, and we might not touch upon everything. We're just doing this for an hour, just to make some filler.
And this way, because this is something we've wanted to talk about, and we have no way of being able to, with our current setup, show the press conferences and give feedback.
And actually give feedback.
So
Now, I was unable to watch anything about E3 due to work and all that good stuff.
I wasn't able to catch it either, so I know, mainly the highlights.
Yeah, I caught
But
bits and pieces
I-
that Dylan
Nothing
showed
major.
me. But
I
that's
saw
about it.
because the nerd I am, I saw all the press conferences except for EA's and some of the PC one. Because it's actually a PC press conference.
Really?
Yes, because I found that was interesting. So we're just starting off with the developers press conferences. And the first one, which is the one I want to get out of the way first because I didn't really see it, was the EA's press conference. So they announced a few things. It's the usual Sparks, Madden, and FIFA. Good for them. High five.
Yeah.
They
They'll
did say
print
that
money.
they're bringing new map. Oh god, that was loud.
Should have turned that down.
They did say for Battlefield 1 they are bringing a few new maps.
Yeah, they're bringing a
they're-
new DLC completely, aren't
They're
they?
still doing stuff for Battlefield 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, they're still they've been patsing it here and there, keep trying to balance things out for the most part. There's been no real set DLC, so this is the first thing they've announced. They also announced Need for Speed Payback.
Which, I'm not gonna lie, to me it actually looks good. I remember playing Need for Speed back in the day. Way back.
Nothing about it.
Well, I remember playing back all the way to Underground. And then
I don't know, Underground. Underground was good.
Underground was one of the best ones.
I think I played a little bit of Underground.
I feel like everyone had that one point.
Though I remember Most Wanted.
Most Wanted.
was a very good
Most Wanted
experience.
for me was great because my version of dealing with cops was hitting them head on and then keep
Yeah,
going.
I remember
Yeah,
that.
that's
We did
usually
have that
it.
one first. Yeah, because my favorite car was like the BMW. Thought it was
Yeah.
the best.
So next on the list for EA, they have a game called A Way Out. It's a cooperative action game, and it's from the developers of Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. Which
Oh, okay. I heard it's a good
I've
game.
heard of the title of what are we talking about right now?
Brothers.
A Way Out.
A Way
It looks
Out.
like it's like you are a set of characters in a prison, and you have to basically get out.
I've seen
So.
excuse me. I've seen the trailer for it. It looks interesting, but that's all I'd have to say about it.
Now, the one big star that kind of took the show and everyone was curious about was the Battlefront 2.
Yes.
So
Yeah, 'cause they announced Dark
they
Maul.
showed a lot of gameplay.
It's bringing back the droid armies, the actual clones.
Yes.
Those two eras.
But they also have content for the latest Star Wars games, the
You mean films?
films. Sorry, yeah, films. New Hope and
The Last Jedi.
I don't know if they have any content from that, but they have showed Rey and Kylo. So they are confirmed to be in.
I hope you throw little bitch fits
So
as Kyle.
That's his power.
that's
Just
his
a little
that's
bit.
his skills. Just a bitch fit.
Well, apparently, according to the movie, he could just stop blaster bolts.
Oh
in the middle
god,
of the
okay,
fucking
that was an
fight.
ability.
Oh, and that would be good. But okay, and the other thing they also announced for Battlefront 2 is there is an actual story mode.
Yeah.
hear
Which
about that.
you are playing as
A stormtrooper.
stormtrooper.
Was it a
Like,
stormtrooper
it's
or like a
like
death trooper?
the equivalent
That was
of
a
Black
Death
Ops
Trooper for
for
one. Yeah, then it's a
stormtroopers.
Death Trooper.
Yeah,
for
that
one.
should
And,
be
like,
a death trooper, I believe.
It's like you're taking place after
The destruction of the... You were on Endor, I think, and you actually watched the Death Star get blown up, and you're like,
So,
oh,
now we don't know if
fuck.
that's where you pick up on, or if it's later, or if you start a little earlier, but there is going to be a...
Terracotta?
Where the fuck you get terracotta?
I have no clue.
But, it's a... It looks interesting.
It does.
And then, they also announced another NBA game, and then they also talked about Anthem, which we'll get to that with the Microsoft press conference. But the next press conference that showed up was the Bethesda one, and
I heard that one was kind of rough.
well, because like their big thing is like come to Bethesda land, where it's like join all the fun rides, and they showed two of the things that they're doing.
Wasn't that a legitimate thing, like an actual Bethesda land? They
I
called
don't
it.
know. Well, they called it Bethesda land, yeah,
so
but
sad.
it was not like an actual place. Thank God. But so they talked about doing Fallout VR, and that's
Skyrim VR.
Yes, they announced that at the Sony press
did they
conference.
really?
Though. Yes, so there's a Skyrim.
Because Skyrim
Why do they keep adding
never dies.
Skyrim?
I don't know, but
What is
and then
that?
they're also doing
shut
the
up.
Doom
Doom?
VR. Yes.
Really?
Wait, you
Yes.
do what a VR?
It's
Oh boy.
so a Fallout is here's the thing though with Fallout, it's a legit VR where like you have your controller or you're the equivalent of the move sticks, and
Right.
you can move around and like that. With the Doom mod, it looked like it was the action slows down, you pick a spot, you jump to that spot, and then it keeps you. Yeah, it's not like an actual action game, so it's.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I'm not too
Yeah, that doesn't
keen
sound
on
very
that, but
I feel like with VR, a lot can go right, but a lot can go horrifically wrong.
what else was there? Oh, they announced the DLC for Dishonored 2
Ooh,
called oh fuck, what was it called?
I don't know.
Hang on one second, but it's basically Death of the Outsider.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that.
I did see the trailer for
Like
that.
your job
Okay,
is
yeah.
to assassinate the outsider. And Dahl is back.
Dahl.
He was the guy who assassinated the queen in the first one.
Oh fuck yeah,
He's
that guy's
back.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
he-
spoilers, he's back.
Well, like you had the choice of either killing him or not
Yeah.
killing him in the
So I
first
guess
game.
canonically speaking,
Yes.
That's
you
good.
didn't
Because
kill
he
him.
had his own DLC for the first
And-
one. That was actually
yes.
really interesting.
The trailer itself is interesting because in the Dishonored 2, you meet this chick who is basically, like, she helps you, and then she's actually one of the assassins that helps out. Free Dahl. She tells you that we're going to assassinate the outsider. Which, for anyone who may or may not know,
Fighting the Ender Dragon.
yeah. For those who may or may not know, the outsider is basically the god / demon / whatever you want to call him, who basically kicks things off. Who goes to
He's kind of like where the magic comes from.
yeah,
kind of.
because he goes to Corvo and
Give them invisibility.
yeah, and he's like, I'm going to give you my mark to take vengeance or whatever. Yada, yada, yada. So that looks super interesting, and I'm really curious to know that.
Turn down the volume on your controller.
Well, no, but if it's loud for
It's
us,
loud for us, then.
it's going to be loud in the game.
Plus, people are just here to listen to us.
Yeah, they don't
obviously.
really. What else? Oh, they did announce Evil Within 2.
That
Oh,
looks
yeah.
amazing.
Yes,
I haven't seen anything about it.
the
but
trailer itself is
Like
looks
damn.
it's really good. The aesthetic of it all.
I'm really hoping that they learned a lesson from the first one. And
I hope
kind
so.
of-
What's wrong with the first one?
There was some.
It was just... It like had a strong first act, but then it was all downhill from there.
And then what else did they announce?
It was one of those things where you could tell that they had like the concept art first. They didn't have a game plan.
Right.
It's like, we have all these cool brain-based, like phobia stuff, and it's really cool, and you're in somebody else's mind, it's amazing. Then it's just, oh, it's zombies, and lots of disarming traps.
Yeah, it's...
Oh, is this Resident Evil 4's castle level?
Okay.
So...
I never actually...
Oh, the ending was like the freaking worst.
But this, like, the aesthetic and everything of it all, I feel like it has a little more promise, but
Right.
I'm not holding out on it. The other thing that was really interesting is Bethesda is doing what's called the Creation Club for Skyrim and Fallout, which is essentially boiling it down to paid mods.
I was gonna say I heard rumors about paid mods.
Yeah.
And didn't they already try that and fail horrifically?
I don't
Something good.
remember.
They did. It was up for like a week, and people were just complaining because you could set any price for the mods.
Yeah. I remember.
So, if you want $99 for this mod that you need to have 9 other mods work with, like there was a script extender mod, which
Right.
makes all these other mods actually work.
What is that?
I don't know. Anyway, you needed to make other mods work, like really popular good mods.
Yeah.
And then the guy was, oh,
What happened?
fuck! I beat the Ender Dragon.
Oh, okay.
Now I gotta find my way back to the thing. Anyway, he took it down and then put it back up with a price on it.
Yeah.
So if you wanted other free mods to work, you had to pay for this mod.
Right.
And it's just shit like that just
It just
riled
shows the
people
whole
the wrong
mod
way.
community, you know?
It's like,
I
oh,
understand
you want
getting paid
horse
for your-
penises? Here's for $99. You can have all the horse penis you want.
I love how he specifically serves horse penis.
Well,
Anything
have you
can
been on
say,
the
it's
internet,
like-
Dylan?
I have.
People
but still.
love horse cock.
But still.
And not the character.
Anyway, and then Bethesda also announced some Elder Scrolls things. Elder Scrolls Legend, which is a card game. They're having like an expansion for Skyrim to be included. And I've never played it itself, but like after the World of Warcraft version, I was kind of like, okay, that's nice, but it's not. Ooh,
Whoa, it's this thing.
and that is
It takes you somewhere if you throw a pearl into it.
okay.
Oh, boy.
It works.
It works.
Hello, fellas. How are you today? How's it hanging? Did you watch E3?
Oh, of course there was Elder Scrolls Online with the Morrowind expansion. No one cares about that. The only thing that they announced with Elder Scrolls that I was like, okay, I'm curious about is that they've shown gameplay for the Switch.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
outside of
for
that,
the
it's
Switch.
Yeah.
I think that's neat, but outside
like
of
a
that,
city
it's
or
like,
something. Yeah.
unless you threw it wrong. It's underneath. Start digging. Anyway, and then they also announced Quake Champions, and the trailer for that was lame because they had like, we're professional gamers.
Ugh.
I was
We
about to
practice
say, they're
every-
pushing
it's
that.
like-
They
so
just released a video where if you pre-order it, you can get a BJ Blazkowicz.
Which is awesome, and like
It's awesome in a stupid way.
But like, what's funny though is that all the characters have unique perks. His perks is that he just gets to dual wield.
Dual wield and it regens over time.
Yeah,
Damn.
which is hilarious. But yeah. So, but speaking of Blazkowicz, he's coming back.
Yeah.
Yes.
I did hear about this.
With,
It's really exciting to me.
New Colossus.
Yes.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Now, I've played so far all of the new iterations of Wolfenstein, and I loved it.
It's so good.
I could have sworn there was supposed to be a city here.
I don't know.
Maybe there's a chance of it. We'll try throwing it again.
But yes, it looks amazing. I fucking love how they advertise these games, where they give you like TV shows and advertisements
Yes.
from the German or the Nazi
even
US
in the games,
universe.
like they had a variation of it.
Because like the first one where they're like at the soccer game and the guy gets a foul, so the guy pulls out a gun and just offs him on the field.
Yeah.
And he's just like,
You saw that
so
trailer, right,
good.
for the new...
where it's like the old show with the girl and the robot dog.
It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That is
Because I didn't know what that was when it first came. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching?
But then, like, even in the game, they had, like, the Beatles versions
Yeah.
of German songs. And it
Yeah.
was like, that's
fucking
really clever. That's cool. So, and even, like, I think, okay, even the,
It's gonna really suck.
okay, that's...
See, he doesn't like it either. Nobody likes it.
But what else was it? With the actual creator business of Wolfenstein was like, come on, who doesn't enjoy killing killing Nazis?
I died in something you can't die in. That's kind of interesting.
That's horrifying. So outside of that, Bethesda's conference was really timed. Not timed, but it was like to me. The Bethesda's conference was very. Here's what we're doing. The one plus I will give them is that they were like, everything you have seen today will be available by the end of the year, like guaranteed.
Yeah.
So Evil Within, all the VR games.
Yeah, didn't they make it Evil Within 2? Or they announced it?
Yeah,
That's what we just
that's what
talked
we're talking
about.
We were talking about Wolfenstein.
Before that,
we were talking
though,
about Evil Within 2.
Oh,
what did you think we were talking about, Cody?
something else.
Yeah, no, it was Evil Within 2.
I really did. I think I was talking about something else.
No, but like everything they announced is coming at the end of.
Shut up.
What the hell did you think we were talking about?
I thought you guys were still talking about Wolfenstein. What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, Cody. I'm so sorry.
I'm fucking tired. I haven't slept well.
Okay. Can we move on to the next one?
Yeah, go, move on.
Okay, the next one is the Ubisoft press conference.
Ooh, I actually didn't hear anything about them.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
they were the ones who announced their partnership with Nintendo for Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Oh, that thing. Yeah,
I didn't hear about that.
I keep forgetting it's Ubisoft.
I'm excited because it's essentially.
I have no strong feelings one way or the other.
I'm kind of excited, but only because it's like it's essentially Mario with XCOM because it's a
Is it really?
turn-based kind of strategy battle like that. Yeah,
But it's Mario.
it's Mario and Rabbids. So it's basically
Do
like
not know how to
Mario, like the rabbits start invading, and some of them are like dressed up as Peach and Luigi and Mario, and they're like, oh, we're here now, and then all the other, I guess, evil rabbits are trying to like cause chaos and stuff, so they team up with actual Mario and Peach, and it's like rabbits the Peach rabbit is standing next to Peach, and Peach is kind of like, oh, this is horrible. Who are you? This is nasty. And Rabbit Peach is like taking selfies, and like your dress is disgusting. Like it's a very tongue-in-cheek of all the actual characters. So I'm kind of curious to see. It looks a lot of fun. I'm probably gonna end up playing it, but I know there's been some hate for it because everyone's like, it's rabbits, it's horrible, but.
Well, Rabbids fell off the map, and they keep trying to bring it back.
But it's like XCOM, and I love XCOM, so it's like, yeah.
It's like, fuck Rabbids, bring back another Rayman game.
And then, Ubisoft also announced the Assassin's Creed Origins. It's set in Egypt.
Assassin's Creed should have died off.
It's basically, what did they say? They basically said it's like, this is how the assassin group started. Like, this is what kicked it off, yada yada. So.
Which, historically speaking, assassin is from a Sanskrit word, sanja or something like that. I don't remember how you say it. But it makes sense, it does. But at the same time, it's like, it should have ended. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They had an interesting concept and they went too far away with it. With, like, they completely dropped the Desmond, like, storyline.
Did they really?
Yeah, like, for the last 5 games, you have not been
He
Desmond.
died after like
Did he die?
second or third one. Yes.
Are you serious?
Because I know they killed, like, the main chick in the ending of the second one. Then you played as him. Because what everybody wanted was, okay, you play as technically Desmond through all of his past lives.
Right.
It's going to be leading up to a modern day assassin.
Yeah, that was I thought
you
too.
are
It would've
Desmond.
been fucking cool.
But no.
What makes it worse though, as in tongue in cheek with I think it was Black Flag, but they were like, "Oh,
yeah, now you play
we're game
as
developers now." And
Yeah.
they're like, "Yeah." So that's
Who's the bad guys again? I can't remember the name of the company.
Templars.
I know the Templars, but the name of the company.
Oh, Abstergo.
Abstergo.
So
The only Assassin's game that I liked in recent times was Rogue.
yes.
Yeah.
Which was a standalone game of
Yeah, it was
Black Flag, right?
More or less. You actually play as an assassin who goes rogue and joins the Templars.
What the hell?
But it makes complete sense in the storyline because
Yeah.
the assassins are so fucking stupid. I hate them.
And then
I mean, the Templars aren't perfect, but oh my god, there's so
least
much
they
better than
try,
the
you know?
fucking.
they tried at least.
Ugh.
So the only thing that's interesting to me about the Assassin's Creed is that it's set in Egypt. So
Yeah, that could be interesting.
yeah,
I saw pictures of like the pyramids in their prime when they were still covered in like white marble and topped with
yes, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. But outside of that, I'm like,
gold. But how long is that going to hold your attention?
yeah.
Because
So.
another thing I feel like with most Assassin's Creed games, you can't remake the gameplay. To me, it feels like Call of Duty. It's the same fucking game with just another skin on it.
Yeah.
This is true.
They had some good ideas in like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood
Yeah.
and all that other stuff, but then like from 2 when you had to like build up the base and improve your city and all this other garbage, and it's like excuse me. It's not fun.
No.
Yeah.
So moving on, they announced Ubisoft announced The Crew 2.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think that did good.
Yeah. Well, they announced it number 2, so that's a thing.
Now, what was that even about?
It was kind of like was it a first-person or third-person shooting game?
I don't even know. To be honest.
I thought it was like a GTA kind of
I was
thing,
like, The
wasn't it?
Crew. It's like, okay.
Because there's like you're part of the crew and you gotta fight other crew and
Yeah.
beat the crew.
Well.
At crew.
Yeah, they announced that. So for those who are excited about that, The Crew 2, yay!
And 5 people got really excited.
They showed more about South Park,
Oh, the
Fractured
butthole.
which is a clever
That's
name.
funny to
I'll
me.
give them
I'm
that,
sorry.
but-
That's funny.
It's South Park humor.
Yeah.
I can get behind it.
So, and then they also announced Skull and Bones,
Skull and Bones.
and that is Ubisoft's pirate game.
Oh.
So we have
yeah.
so it's Ubisoft basically went and they basically took everything they knew about. They did right with Black Flag and Rogue, i.e. the ship combat, and made an actual whole game out of it. Now, what I'm curious about is if there's actually going to be a single player story mode. So, because they've said this is the multiplayer battle, so, but they haven't said if there's actually going to be a single player campaign. So,
There's a lot of stuff nowadays going just for multiplayer.
which is cool, but it's like there's only so much like Overwatch. I love Overwatch, but it's like after all, like there's only so much you can take. So, one other thing that Ubisoft announced that blew my mind was Beyond Good and Evil 2.
I'm excited, but there's like a part of me that's like, did you really have to curse that much?
But I don't care though. It's like The fact
when
that
I
they're
when I
still
think
making
of, like,
it. It's,
oh yeah, I'm completely excited, but I feel like they're getting really far off to what made the first one really interesting.
You think so?
Kind of. I don't know. Maybe it's just me being
well, this
old.
is a prequel.
Is it?
Yes, it's
Oh,
set
well, then
before
fuck me.
Beyond. It's before Beyond
Oh,
Good
wait,
and Evil.
fuck that. I don't want a prequel. I want a sequel. I want to know what the fuck happens. That's stupid.
From what I last heard, it is a prequel.
God damn it.
So,
I remember you played the shit out
I
of it.
love that game. And then they
Because
also...
I picked it up for the Xbox when they ported it over a while back.
And then they also showed some more about from Far Cry 5, which
What
basically
even
I have not seen anything about that game, save for
Where are you setting
posters.
that? It's in
Montana.
Come on.
It is like the backwater woods of Montana, and it's basically the equivalent of the Westboro Baptist Church taking over. So it's very heavy on Christian-esque themes and church, and a charismatic pastor who's like,
A
Cult
cult
you
personality and all
sinners.
this other garbage.
Give it
First we
time.
could tell it's gonna be on the news.
But so yeah, it's a Far Cry game. It's just interesting
I
because
like
it's in
Far Cry.
it's in
I always liked
America.
Far Cry.
Yeah.
Um,
They have really strayed away from what the original
Yeah.
Far Cry was.
How so?
Have you ever played the first Far Cry? It's about a guy
Oh,
who
that
finds
one.
like a serum that makes him into a monster dude,
Yeah,
and he's
he's
running
like
around and
feral.
hunting everybody. It's fucking
Yeah.
cool. Then it's like, oh, now you're in Africa and you got malaria.
See, that's the one that I started with. And I loved it.
yeah, I tried that. I started off with that one, which was still fun, but
Oh, it was interesting. It wasn't Far Cry. To me, it feels like what Resident Evil is doing nowadays. Like they
okay.
have
We don't
strayed
talk
so
about Resident
far
Evil.
from what their original plan was and all that. But hey, we're getting remake 2, so
Yeah,
fuck
it'd be like
yeah.
fucking, what do you call it? Metal Gear, Zombies.
Oh God, has there been anything said about
Nothing.
that?
Nothing.
Is it still alive?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes, because as far as I understand, it was at E3 as a playable demo, but that was it. Straight up, that was it. Real quick, getting back to Ubisoft, they also announced expansion for Steep, which is like that open world snowboarding thing.
Oh, actually, that sounds kind of
Okay.
interesting to play. Like, it's really relaxing. We can just look.
I never played it, but he was like, okay. They also announced a new game called Starlink, Battle for Atlas, which is essentially, it's for the PS4, I think it's for the new Xbox One X, and
Oh God.
we'll get to that. And then, what else? There's that, and then the Nintendo Switch. So it's basically like you get like a little model ship plane, and then you put you buy like from like what's the game called? Like Disney Infinity,
Oh, so it's this.
Skylanders. It's like that, but it's a
money
ship.
pit.
So you like, if you want a certain kind of gun, you can either buy it online or you can buy the toy from the store and put it on your ship. But the thing is, if you have the ship and you're playing, you can take off the pieces, put it on, and it happens in the game as you're playing.
It's all
So-
fair again. It's a money pit.
It is. It's totally money grab. But it's gonna be cheap plastic. But I mean, like, I don't know how well it's gonna be. But it's like,
When is that amiibo, like, pirater thing gonna come out?
what?
They were talking like, these people are gonna release this, basically an amiibo pirater. It's just a disc that you can have like a USB or something on it. You hook it up and you download an amiibo, and you just put it on your thing, and ta-da, you got that amiibo.
I
know they're
didn't know
working
that was a thing. Oh, and of course, Just Dance 2018. A new VR game too, with Elijah Wood and everything.
Really?
Called
Yeah.
Transference, which is
The
basically
Elijah Wood
their
experience.
whole premise is that when you stop playing this game, we want you to make you think that am I still playing?
Okay.
Like it's like that's what it sounded like from the trailer. But
I suppose.
yeah, so that's the Ubisoft press conference. And I don't think there are any other developer ones, but like outside of what I've seen, I liked Ubisoft and Bethesda's the most, only because Bethesda, I kind of like, okay, they're Bethesda, but it's still, they're bringing their games out.
Like right now.
Yeah, like at the end,
That's not like a 5-year wait.
Yeah, so that's like, okay, I can get behind that. That's cool.
I guess.
That's just my opinion.
Bethesda has left such a sour taste in my mouth with everything they've done.
I'd have to agree with that.
Well, don't know. These things get explosive when you can join us next time as we talk about the three big ones, the three big press conferences that everyone was looking forward to: Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo.
Oh God!
Such wonderment and joy was had from
And if you're just here to figure out what the fuck I'm making, tune in next time.
Bye, guys.